Welcome to Cultural Wisdom for the fourth trimester, where we'll explore how cultures around the world support new mothers during the critical postpartum period. Throughout history and across the globe, societies have recognized that the first weeks and months after birth are a special time requiring protection, rest, and community support. While modern Western approaches often emphasize quick recovery and independence, many traditional cultures offer wisdom that honors this transition with specific rituals, foods, and recovery practices. Today, we'll journey across continents to discover postpartum traditions that have supported mothers for generations. Whether you're expecting, in the midst of the fourth trimester, or supporting someone who is, these practices offer valuable insights that can be adapted for modern life. I'm Your Name, and this is Cultural Wisdom for the fourth trimester. One of the most striking commonalities across cultures is the emphasis on a dedicated postpartum recovery period. Unlike the modern rush to bounce back, traditional practices prioritize extended rest and healing. In many Latin American cultures, new mothers observe La Cuarentena, literally the quarantine, a 40-day period of rest and recovery. During this time, mothers focus exclusively on recovering and bonding with their babies, while female relatives handle household responsibilities. The rules of La Cuarentena typically include consuming only warm foods and beverages to restore balance, avoiding exposure to cold air, which is believed to cause future health problems, belly binding with aphasia for physical support, minimal physical exertion and household responsibilities, and gradual reintroduction to normal activities after the 40 days. Modern adaptation might look like setting aside even just 2 to 3 weeks where you minimize responsibilities beyond baby care, accept help more readily, and prioritize warming, nourishing foods. In Chinese tradition, Zuo Yuezi, or sitting the month, is a 30-day practice where new mothers observe specific recovery protocols. This tradition dates back thousands of years and remains widely practiced in Chinese communities worldwide. Key elements include consuming warming foods and avoiding cold foods entirely, protecting the body from wind and cold, minimal bathing in traditional practice, or warm-only bathing in modern adaptations, constant support from family members or specialized postpartum doulas, and specific nutritional practices to rebuild strength. A modern adaptation might be creating a warm zone in your home where temperature is controlled and comfort is prioritized, even if you can't observe the full month of traditional practices. In many Indian traditions, the first 40 days are considered crucial for the mother's long-term health. The practices focus on restoring balance through specific foods, massages, and rest. Traditional elements include daily oil massages for both mother and baby, specific warming foods with healing spices like turmeric, cumin, and fenugreek, family support, particularly from the maternal grandmother, and special postnatal health drinks and tonic foods like panjiri or gond laddu. Cleansing rituals at the end of the period are also important. Even if you can't access the full traditional experience, incorporating warming spices like turmeric and ginger into your recovery meals can be a simple way to honor this wisdom. Across cultures, specific foods are prescribed for postpartum recovery, with remarkable similarities in their focus on warming, easily digestible, nutrient-dense options. These culinary traditions recognize food as medicine during this critical healing time. In Korea, seaweed soup or myeokguk is the quintessential postpartum food, consumed multiple times daily for at least 3 weeks after birth. Rich in iodine, iron, and calcium, this soup is believed to cleanse the body and support milk production. Traditional preparation includes dried seaweed, rehydrated and simmered with beef or anchovy broth, seasoned lightly with sesame oil and soy sauce, and served warm, never cold. It's usually accompanied by white rice and simple side dishes. Modern mothers can prepare and freeze portions of seaweed soup before birth or ask for it as a meal train contribution. Across West African countries, various forms of pepper soup are prepared for new mothers. Despite the name, these soups are often gently spiced rather than extremely hot. Key features include protein from fish, chicken, or goat, specific herbs with cleansing properties, fresh ginger, garlic, and traditional spices. Served hot to promote healing and warmth, these soups are believed to cleanse the body and support milk production. Even if authentic West African herbs aren't available, incorporating warming spices like ginger and small amounts of chili into everyday soups can provide similar benefits. In Middle Eastern traditions, specific energy-dense foods support recovery and milk production. Traditional offerings include date and nut mixtures for energy and iron, fenugreek-based dishes to promote milk production, warming drinks with cinnamon and ginger, bone broths and protein-rich meals, and halva and other sesame-based sweets. A simple modern adaptation is keeping nutrient-dense date energy balls as bedside snacks for night feedings. While rest is emphasized across cultures, specific movement and body care practices help restore physical well-being after birth. These traditions recognize that the body needs both rest and appropriate movement to heal fully. In Malaysian tradition, postpartum belly binding with a long cloth called bengkung provides physical support during recovery. The practice involves a special long cloth wrapped in a specific pattern around the abdomen, daily re-wrapping for the first 30 to 40 days, and it's combined with herbal body treatments and massage. It's believed to support abdominal muscle recovery and improve posture. Often this is accompanied by warm stone treatments on the abdomen. Modern adaptations include postpartum support garments based on these principles, which can provide comfort and support, especially when moving around with your baby. Japanese postpartum care emphasizes onsai, peace and quiet, but includes a balanced approach to movement rather than strict bed rest. Key elements include gentle movement rather than complete immobility, progressive activity increases as healing progresses, and specific hygiene rituals that honor the body. There's also careful attention to posture and body mechanics, and an understanding of the connection between physical and emotional well-being. Modern application might include creating a daily gentle movement ritual that progressively increases in intensity week by week as your body heals. In some Latin American traditions, the end of the postpartum period is marked by la carrada, the closing, a ceremonial massage and binding that signifies the completion of physical recovery. This ritual typically includes herbal steam baths to cleanse the body, special massage techniques to close the body, and final belly binding. It's a celebration of the transition from immediate postpartum to new motherhood, and a recognition of the mother's journey. Creating your own small ritual to acknowledge the end of the fourth trimester can provide a meaningful marker of this transition, even if it's as simple as a special meal or mindful moment of reflection. The emotional and spiritual dimensions of becoming a mother are recognized and honored through specific practices in many cultures. These traditions acknowledge that motherhood is not just a physical transformation, but a profound identity shift. Many Native American traditions emphasize the deep connection between mother and baby through continuous physical contact. Practices include extended skin-to-skin contact beyond just feeding times, baby wearing throughout daily activities, community support and celebration of new life, nature-based rituals and teachings, and intergenerational wisdom sharing. Modern parents can prioritize skin-to-skin time beyond feeding sessions and practice baby wearing as a way to maintain connection while moving through daily activities. In Thailand, postpartum care recognizes the emotional vulnerability of new mothers and provides specific support structures. Elements include a family-centered support system with clear roles, recognition of emotional adjustment as normal, spiritual ceremonies for protection of mother and baby, honoring the mother's new status in the family, and practices that create a sense of safety and security. Creating a mother sanctuary in one room of your home where peace and comfort are prioritized can be a modern adaptation of this principle. In many African traditions, formal naming ceremonies after the recovery period serve as rites of passage that honor both the baby's arrival and the mother's transition. These ceremonies typically include extended family gatherings after the recovery period, the formal introduction of the baby to the community, sharing of parenting wisdom from elders, recognition of the mother's accomplishment, and celebration of the family's expansion. Modern families might plan a small gathering after the fourth trimester to celebrate both the baby and the parent's journey into parenthood. Perhaps the most significant element across cultural traditions is the recognition that new mothers need and deserve comprehensive community support. Unlike the nuclear family isolation common in modern Western societies, traditional cultures embed new mothers within support networks. The African proverb, "It takes a village to raise a child," reflects a practical reality in many African cultures, where child-rearing is a communal responsibility. Key features include shared baby care among extended family and community, specific roles for different female relatives, experienced mothers teaching first-time mothers, a rotating support schedule, and the mother is never left alone with the baby initially. A modern adaptation might be creating a support calendar where different friends or family members each take responsibility for a specific type of support on different days. In Mexican tradition, a designated female relative, usually the new mother's mother, serves as primary support during the postpartum period. This role includes complete household management, preparation of specific recovery foods, managing all cleaning and laundry, wisdom transmission through observation and teaching, and creating a protective environment for mother and baby. If possible, arranging for one consistent support person for the first 1 to 2 weeks postpartum can provide similar benefits. Modern Scandinavian countries have institutionalized support for new families through progressive family policies. Elements include generous parental leave for both parents, father or partner involvement from the beginning, government-supported home visits, community parent groups, and an emphasis on outdoor time for well-being. Creating a co-parenting approach that allows both parents to develop confidence and competence, even within the constraints of limited parental leave, can incorporate this wisdom. While traditional practices offer valuable wisdom, they require thoughtful adaptation for contemporary circumstances. Here are principles for integrating cultural traditions into modern motherhood. Honor the intent, adapt the method. Identify the core purpose behind traditional practices and find modern alternatives that serve the same purpose. Adapt time periods to fit your family's circumstances. Preserve the essential wisdom while updating the application. Blend approaches for your unique needs. Combine elements from different cultural traditions. Consider your living situation, support system, and resources. Adapt practices to work within your relationship dynamics. Create hybrid approaches that honor multiple heritages. Communicate cultural practices to healthcare providers. Explain traditional approaches you wish to incorporate. Discuss any potential concerns or contraindications. Find providers who respect cultural diversity in postpartum care. Request support for specific cultural practices important to you. Create new traditions that honor old wisdom. Develop rituals that mark important transitions. Establish support systems inspired by traditional models. Document your journey and the traditions you're creating. Share cultural wisdom with your support network. Across time and cultures, societies have recognized that mothers need and deserve care, rest, support, and community during the profound transition of the postpartum period. While modern life may not allow for 40 days of complete rest or constant family support, the wisdom embedded in these traditions remains relevant. By understanding and adapting global wisdom, you can create a fourth trimester experience that honors both traditional knowledge and your modern reality. Whether it's incorporating warming foods into your meals, creating clear roles for your support network, or simply giving yourself permission to rest and heal, these practices can transform your postpartum experience. Remember that these traditions have sustained mothers for generations because they work. In honoring this wisdom, we reclaim the importance of the fourth trimester as a sacred time of healing, bonding, and transformation. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of cultural wisdom for the fourth trimester. May these traditions inspire your own journey into motherhood.